say? It says, be subject to the rulers and authorities, to be obedient, to be ready and willing to do good. Well, you done told me I'm the Antichrist. You told me I'm Satan. You told me I'm Hitler. You called me every name in a book. But I'm supposed to be like, hey, Sam, that bill you put out, there's a lot of good in there. I can put my name to it. And what's Sam going to do? It wouldn't surprise me if Sam told you to go somewhere and stay there. Instead of going, well, I can get an extra number on there. This will be good for both of us. We're trying to work together. I mean, how many times I know me and a couple of my friends are saying the same thing in different ways, but we're arguing about it at the same time.
Well, we talk about it, go back a couple of paragraphs to where you said that God put those folks in power. And God very specifically, look at Jeremiah 27, 28, very specifically, that that Nebuchadnezzar is his chosen servant. That Nebuchadnezzar is doing his work. And yet Nebuchadnezzar gives a command to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and they know to obey, even though this guy is God's chosen servant.
Right.
That's interesting. As I said earlier, there's a point up to which you participate. It wasn't a participatory democracy there, but there's a point up to which you participate. And you look at Daniel as he gives Nebuchadnezzar the interpretation of the dream of the tree. And I think he's really sincere when he says to Nebuchadnezzar, I wish that this applied to, whatever your enemies are. There's almost a genuine love for this guy, or a genuine loyalty to this guy. And he really takes his life in his hands by saying, why don't you repent before the sun? You're telling the physically, politically, the king of the inhabited earth, who answers literally to no one on earth, why don't you repent? I mean, the fact that you didn't hear thump, thump, thump as his head rolls onto the ground means that there apparently was some respect for Nebuchadnezzar to him too. And yet there's no indication this guy was a believer. There's an indication that God could have taken a talking elephant and put him in this position and had him do it.
Exactly.
And he's speaking of political animals, he did use a talking donkey. Never did use a talking elephant. But there is that idea that even though this is a godless regime, that God's people were still faithfully obeying and going about their jobs of administering faithfully and everything else.
It's fascinating because you look through, and we'll just use Israel's history, look through Israel's history. God allowed bad kings because that was their judgment. Oh, you want to forget about me? You want to have nothing to do with me? Let me give you a king or a ruler